No.
Now we are.
Hey, good. That could have been disastrous if we weren't actually recording.
How many times? Please, keep looking over my shoulder.
I always do it, every
Just to make sure.
session.
Oh my god! Why do I put it behind me? Why do I put the monitor behind me that tells me whether we're not recording?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Seriously,
We'll see if it pays off.
like Russian roulette with my battery is what I'm doing. Oh god, how many times have we lost shit like that?
Not so much
Not
with the YouTube
very
show.
often,
I don't think we haven't really lost anything on the
Dudecast. We lost stuff
Dudecast.
on YouTube.
We lost
Yeah.
stuff on YouTube, but not the podcast.
We lost,
the only stuff we've lost on the podcast is stuff that we've gotten rid of.
That's right. Stuff where it's like, ooh,
That makes me feel bad.
that's a bad look.
That's not good.
Apologies to the entire nation of Uzbekistan and also displaced Kurds.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I don't know if you'll remember. There was an episode of Goose Chase. Christy and I recorded the entire first half of, and then realized we weren't recording.
Yeah.
and then came back and we tried to kind of cover the beats. Here's what we talked about. It's this sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. You can't do that.
Nah.
You got to start. That's what we did with the last episode. You got to start over,
Sometimes you just gotta throw
start
shit
fresh, do it.
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
And then we talked about it before, but this thing doesn't work if all three of us aren't here.
Right.
It just
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not right. It doesn't fit.
So there were times we did a couple of things on the YouTube channel with just two of us that worked, but I don't really think the podcast can.
No,
No,
it
certainly
can't.
not.
Our conversation beats aren't the same,
Right.
Because it's either going to be too serious, too boring, or too drunk. if we, if it's two of us, we did that sketch you and I after Ben left the one day.
Oh, which one was that? Do you remember?
I remember it had Axl Rose, and it was like.
Oh, that's right. No, it was the rubber guns.
Yeah.
Not rubber guns.
Welcome to the gun store.
It was a gun store and dildo
Emporium.
Emporium.
So Roger Sig with that sketch makes no sense.
That is a really good example of what happens when there is not a controlling a third member to pull the balance.
To bring it, nobody. You weren't there to rein us in, and what resulted was something that was only funny to us in the moment.
And now I think listening back, if I was to listen to it now, I'd probably be ashamed.
It's so stupid.
It's like trying to motivate.
Welcome to the gun store. We got rubber dicks.
Oh my god!
What was the joke? I can't. The joke was
there was a guy who was in the so the managers try to motivate everybody.
That's right.
What are we gonna do? Succeed or
sell
something?
some dicks.
Yeah, sell more dick. Or how are we gonna do that? And then they
Chop up the boss's wife and hit her.
Just a guy threatening the boss's wife.
That was the joke.
That was funny.
Yeah.
To us.
That was the original plan, and then it was like, well, what if they were in a gun and dildo emporium?
Yeah,
So at first it was like, what if it was a gun emporium? Oh, what if it was gun and dildo emporium?
for some reason, Axl Rose is out doing the grand opening.
Sure. And then what if Roger Sick Bastard owned it? And we just kept going. We just it's an amalgamation of all these ideas.
You can suffer from having no ideas.
Yeah.
And you can suffer from having too many not even good ideas.
It was like the Bill Clinton as a hen sketch. We just
The head's ass and the dog nipples.
yeah, right. Yeah. That was our Bill Clinton sketch.
It actually really was.
Yeah, not good. But that's the point: is we need all three of us here because you would have been like,
Yeah.
"What are we doing?" we need a third voice to kind of be the voice of reason.
I feel like rein it in isn't the right way to put it. I feel like it's more like just, okay, let's ground it.
Focus it? Yeah.
Just somehow make it, I don't know.
Make it have a point.
Make it have a point. You definitely would have done that.
Point. There was no point to that.
Stupid.
Dumb. Anyway, welcome. You're the host. Go ahead. Why don't you?
Anyway, welcome to season 5.
Episode Uno.
I can't believe we're on a 5th season
Yeah.
of a thing no one wants.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't it great that for 5 years-ish, we can do something nobody wants?
I love it.
It's awesome. I guess this would be the 5th one, so 4 years.
4, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
It sure is.
It's longer than that because we did shit on YouTube before that.
Yeah.
We've been getting together as friends for a long rootin' tootin' time.
That's kind of fucking crazy, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Just to produce this thing that
No one asks
no
for.
one asks for, no one likes.
No one asks about it. Really,
People don't want it.
Nope.
It's not interesting. It's not funny.
Basically, it only serves as an excuse for why you can't do something else on a given night.
That's right.
Hey, you want to come over? No, I got a thing.
Yeah. What do you do? A podcast. Oh, cool. You make any money? No.
Oh, like you must have people that listen, like 20.
Yeah. Not really. And they're people we know. So.
15 of those are like bots. But yeah, like 20 people.
Do you guys have any ads that you do?
No, we can't monetize it. It's garbage.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
no
advertiser.
company will work with us.
No one would ever associate themselves with it, so it's basically completely unfinanceable.
Yeah. KFC told us they found our jokes about the Armenian genocide in bad taste.
I would love to get rejected by KFC.
I would put that as like the podcast header.
Yeah, right. That would become one of our credentials.
Official reject of KFC.
Not sponsored by Yum Brands, but not just by default. Actively not sponsored. I would take one rejection
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
From anyone.
Honestly. Hey, we do have a monetized podcast.
Wait, who, what?
What?
Who's monetized?
Oh,
right.
Triple T. What are you talking about? Stay with me.
Do we have ads in that?
Do you not listen to the show?
I haven't heard an ad every time I listen. Well,
No, he does-
I'm like 5 episodes behind, but
Well, he does reads in the middle of the.
yeah, I think the ones I listened to, he was like, well, we don't have a sponsor yet, but
No, we got sponsors. They're in.
who's sponsoring us?
Well, they're sponsors of the network.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, dude.
Anyone I know?
I'm trying to remember. I there's a lot of ads for like the other shows on the network, which are super cool. I can't remember what the other one is. I'm failing.
Hello
thing-
Fresh.
Hello Fresh. No, it's not Hello Fresh. Good news is, nobody listens to this, so no one's gonna know.
www.baddragon.com.
Why haven't we solicited like
Blue Chew.
no, it's different direction than I was planning on going
Okay,
in.
well, I'm thinking like the companies that will debase themselves.
Okay, yeah, something like that's kind of what I mean is like
My Pillow.
My Pillow, Blue Chew.
that'd be great. I would love. No one's doing business with Mike Lindell right now.
No.
We should
Yeah.
really take advantage of that vacuum.
Bad Dragon, Real Doll.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Just all the pervert stuff.
Just the weird,
yeah. We should be doing that.
Get a free detachable pussy if you enter promo code DUDE.
I would love to get to say those words. Enter the code DUDE for a free, I don't know, butt something.
Or whatever.
or
Fuck it.
whatever. A freaking butt something or whatever. Courtesy of the dudes.
$150 something, however much offer.
Use the code DUDE15 for 15% off. Something to shove up your asshole.
Free remote control wireless prostate stimulizer.
They call it the Milkmaid.
Oh, God. You can customize it with our faces just printed down the side. Thumbs up. No one wants that. No one wants that. Someone might want
Someone
that.
wants that.
That's true.
Just no one who listens to the show.
It's a big world.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could find someone willing to put that inside of their body.
The Dave Dragowski stuff.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so this is our 5th season.
We're back. We're a
back.
little later than usual, but the world's on fire. We're all depressed. What do you want?
Yeah. Hey, it's halfway through February.
Yeah.
It's, late.
It's late. Yeah,
It's
we
very
didn't.
late.
Well, like I said, depression and all that shit.
Yeah, it's just rough. I don't know.
Been shitty for everybody.
Good news is you guys both got vaccination shots.
Yeah,
Which means you don't even need Reggie over here.
No. Sorry, Reggie. I mean, I still like Reggie.
He still looks happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's just happy to have the company.
Yeah, Christy got her shot too.
Yeah. Oh,
so she got her first one. And they're incentivizing people with like gift cards, like $100
Oh shit.
to get the second one.
I
So
don't-
like
I don't fucking
I know, right?
Yeah, I didn't get no $100.
We live.
gift
Imagine if Jonas Salk had to give people $100 Amazon cards to get a
polio.
fucking polio shot.
Right.
Why do we live in this bizarre topsy-turvy world
don't know.
where you have to pay people to kill a disease that is threatening the planet?
Because the disease isn't real, Dave.
It's not real.
It's the Democrats
So-
trying to control us.
So I get herd immunity and everything, but like, listen, I know everyone in our friends group, everyone in my family, we're all getting the shot.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting the fucking thing because we want to be able to,
Get the shot.
do shit out and about without worrying.
Yeah.
But you know, if we're ever at a point where, and we will be eventually, but when we get to this point where you can very easily get the vaccine,
Yeah.
you can just walk into a CVS and say, "Hey, I would like a COVID vaccine,"
And they go,
please.
oh, great, we got millions of them.
Yeah. If we're ever at that point and there are people unvaccinated and they go out in public and spread COVID amongst themselves
Yeah.
and die of it, they honestly kind of deserve it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like, if I have it available to me to get that shot every 15 minutes if I want it,
Yeah.
I am less concerned about what some guy, has to say 3 feet from my face in a Home Depot. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have that option right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to getting to that point because, again,
I actually think it's possible.
we'll be safe, and anyone who doesn't want to be safe, well, they can just fucking die of COVID, I guess.
This is a great point, and you just made me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
It's like there is a future in which if people don't want to get it, you don't have to. But I'll be able to get it as many times as I want at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just turned my night around.
The same thing with the flu vaccine. You're probably going to have to get it,
Yeah.
semi-regularly.
Sure.
From now
Yeah,
on.
like once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just,
who cares?
Be prepped for that. Right, exactly.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
And then I can go and I can, sneeze on a stranger at a McDonald's and whatever. And oops. Fucking fuck you. Douchebag.
Hope you're vaccinated.
Put on your mask, asshole. You don't like it? Too bad.
Fuck you, dude.
Oh no, I got COVID because I didn't get a vaccine.
Pussy. Fuck you.
I don't know. It's like I do very much care about what happens to everybody.
I don't.
But at some point, if they don't care, then I don't either.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I only really care right now because it's a vector to me.
Right.
The bubble of people that I care about is very small.
Yeah, you know.
There are very few people I legitimately care about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What happens to
I think so. The more this time goes on,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest takeaway for me is at first I was like, oh, well, okay, sure. Like I will fall in line and do absolutely anything. And then people start to be like, well, what if this shot gives me AIDS? And I'm like, all right,
What
well,
if this shot gives me AIDS?
It is my right to catch a deadly illness at a fucking Applebee's.
that was literally an Onion headline. It's my right as a parent to decide, what eradicated diseases come roaring back.
Yeah.
It's like literally a joke.
yeah.
That people want to be like that, fine. But just like give me all the shots you're not getting, then thank you.
Right.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Wow. This is it's giving me an erection.
I'm actually very aroused right now.
Thank you.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
I think you mean the Chaos Emeralds.
Man, I've been so bad.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
What's it? What,
Master Chief? To give the Covenant back their bomb.
what is it with presidents and that?
I don't know. It's because they have to think carefully about what they say.
I guess so. It's just like none of them have figured out how to close their mouth while that's happening.
No.
Oh, I guess it's just a politician thing.
Yeah. It's because they have to think carefully about what they say. They don't just say whatever they want like we do.
Right.
Let me get a fucking
Burger.
fucking
burger.
burger cheese, please.
I will have the party platter.
2 number 9s. A number 9 large. A number 6 extra dip.
And God help me, the side of fries. Should we talk about why we're fucked?
I think we kind of did already.
We sort of did.
Yeah. I'll lighten the mood with some good old fashioned first world white people problems.
Yay! Those are my problems. Those are the problems I
Those are the problems I
understand.
care about.
Yeah.
And I think it helps for these sequences to really talk about the small scale stuff.
Yes.
Just to kind of
Yeah.
I think it normalizes
Remember when it was
things.
traffic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It wasn't like
It was like
the country's under attack
Yeah, it's
from
like
within.
why we're fucked. Oh man, people can't make a left, and that was like over and over for weeks. That was the problem.
Yeah.
And now it's like goat people set the Capitol on fire, and I still can't breathe outside.
They tried to string Mike Pence up.
A fucking gallows is hanging outside of the Capitol building. I just miss when it was like they didn't put sandwich on my
They
tendies.
fucked up the chicken bacon and Swiss.
Yeah, McDouble Watch has been suspended in favor of Cultist Watch.
Seriously, the McDouble's $1.50 now. Like fucking, just to go back to those days. Those were actually our biggest problems.
Exactly.
But what are the problems that are exclusive to you?
Yeah.
So as of right now, the biggest problem that I have is that I want to play Fallout New Vegas again, but I can't,
Dude.
because the game is fucking broken on the Steam Marketplace.
That sucks.
Yeah, and you have to patch it. You have to put mods in to get the game stable enough to run. And I've done that, and it's still not stable enough to run.
Is this a Bethesda game?
It's a Bethesda game. Although Obsidian made it,
Yeah.
Bethesda published it. So,
Right.
But Bethesda won't support it anymore because it's
Ancient.
it's not theirs. Like Bethesda
Right.
just published it, so there's no updates. They don't.
And this is incredibly strange because I never really had any issues with my copy.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only one who's had issues. I guess it's
Right.
like it's. I think something about Windows 10.
You know what you got to do? You got to get yourself an old DVD copy
Yeah.
of that game
Right.
and play it on a console in an unpatched state.
I have it for 360.
Yeah, because I'm sure that it wasn't like that on physical medium, right?
No, I was able to. That's how I played. It was on 360.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It was a normal, Fallout game or a normal Bethesda so and so.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
buggy in the right ways.
Since you own the game, you could also try completely legally pirating a copy.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I'd see it. I think the problem is with the operating system, though. I think it seems like it's a Windows 10 issue because that's what everybody seemed to have.
Sure.
Like it ran okay on 7 and marginally okay on 8, but when they did the Windows 10 update, it just fucking didn't work.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really does. And I've tried, running it in legacy mode, and doesn't want to work.
Compatibility
Mode. That's it. Or
Yeah.
legacy mode sounds.
That's
cool.
always like the default internet guy answer. It's
Yeah.
like, well, have you tried running it as administrator?
Dun, dun, dun.
And then, of course, there's always the one person who comes in and says, it works fine for me, and then doesn't provide anything else.
Right, exactly.
Like, gee, thanks.
Wow,
Really
here's your help.
helpful.
I'm so glad you showed up.
Yeah,
You're right. That guy's on every fucking forum.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because I'm playing Fallout 4, and that's cool. That's cool. It's not New Vegas though. New Vegas had everything. We talked about it on the show before. It had everything right, from the writing to the characters to the factions to the story.
You guys have been hype on New Vegas for a long time.
It's like one of the best games ever, dude. It's
pretty good.
super good.
I
Yeah,
never played it.
yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, I should play it.
You should play it. I just don't
Not
think,
on Windows 10.
Not on Windows 10. Buy it on Xbox because it's backwards compatible.
Oh, okay.
Which is actually, if there's one reason that I will get the new Xbox over the new PlayStation, it's that I can play every Xbox system game.
Yeah.
All the way back to original Xbox.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Even though PlayStation's going to have objectively the better games.
You know what I saw about the new PlayStation, and I didn't realize it? The controller micro texture. Did you see that?
Yes.
One of the
Oh,
coolest
yeah.
fucking things ever is this incredibly small, microns high, 2 different layers of X's, O's, triangles, and
Yeah.
squares.
Yeah.
But I mean, on one hand, that's rad. On the other hand, they say it traps dirt, and I fully believe those controllers will be the filthiest fucking thing you can own in 6 months.
They also will respond not just with vibrations, but if you're in a game where there's rain that's falling, it'll simulate that feeling on your
You'll
hand.
feel like a tappity.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, and obviously Xbox doesn't have it. Like graphically, they're very similar. Xbox has better output, slightly, but at this point, it's not noticeable. They haven't utilized the technology.
The old school console wars of like which one looks better are only appealing to people maybe our age, and even we don't really care anymore.
No, because the thing
really
is
want
now
graphics like that, you'll play it on PC.
they're both capable of doing 8K. So, like, you know.
I don't know if you remember when Red Dead came out.
Yeah.
And like one of the biggest things about it is these YouTube videos of like, how does it look on the next and previous generation consoles, right?
Yeah.
So you got it on Xbox One and on the One X and the PS4 and they're showing these minute differences between the camera does like a swipe across the thing so you can see the difference between the two. And I scrutinized those like an asshole for a long time.
Trying to find the right.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, that does look better.
Yeah, I did too. Right.
Like when you're playing, you're not doing that.
Yeah, you're paying attention to that shit.
No.
You're just killing dudes.
Yeah, you're just like more interested in putting a bullet in someone's head than like, oh, yeah, you know what? The diffraction of the light diffuse, it's just like voluminous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like using words you don't even understand.
Yeah, I got 45 teraflops in my
Oh yeah.
my HDR drive.
Right. It's just like the contrast ratio is like super like crispy.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but if I get an Xbox, that's going to be the only reason because I want to fucking play New Vegas again, man.
Yeah.
I got all the way to the town of Nipton, which is a huge reveal in the game. Remember when you first get to Nipton, you find out what the lottery is.
Yeah.
Nipton?
Nipton, yeah, the town of Nipton. You meet Kaisar's Legion for the first time.
Okay.
Alway.
Oh, I feel like I've
Kaisar.
seen that character in memes and stuff.
Oh,
maybe.
Kaisar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's like tremendously terrifying. They managed to make a character who just sits in a chair for the whole game fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That says something. You
Yeah.
gotta give him that.
Oh, I mean, he crucifies people, so, you know.
Right. That's pretty scary.
Right.
Give it to him.
You can, a game where you can literally do anything. You could just kill everybody you see in the game.
Yeah.
Everybody. Literally, you could just, everyone you see.
Like you just
kill.
like obliterate whole quest lines and
They plan for it. You can kill. There's a way to win the game if you just murder everyone you see.
like every single person.
And the game
on Earth.
will tell you the fate of everybody at the end if you kill everyone.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Yeah, it'll run down exactly how to kill everyone.
That's a stupid amount of murder.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how many NPCs are in any video game.
Yeah. All this to say is I want to surf Kaisar's Legion again, and I can't do it right now because it's really frustrating.
That is frustrating.
It's bumming me out, man.
I'm sure they're busy with something else. Just don't know what.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, which we'll see in 15 years.
Right. If it opens with, hey, you.
You finally awake.
How happy would you be?
Yeah. I wouldn't be. I'm so the thing is, I almost bought Skyrim for the PC again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I don't have it for PC. I have it on literally everything else but PC.
Yeah.
And I almost bought it for PC. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, stop it. Like,
why not?
This is exactly why I don't have Elder Scrolls 6 yet.
I feel like someday they'll open source that game and make it like like Doom, where people will just put it on everything.
Yeah.
I feel like someday, long in the future, you'll be able to get the source code for that and play it on like your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're finally awake. You and
Finally
that
awake.
teeth over there. Yeah, I'm bummed out, man. I love New Vegas. I wanna surf Kaisar,
It sucks.
that horrible monster who literally crucifies people and enslaves everybody.
Yeah, I mean, as much as you guys have talked about New Vegas, I feel like I owe it to myself to play it someday.
Dude, all the factions are great. Mr. House is cool.
Mr. House?
Yeah, Mr. House,
Okay.
owner of the Lucky 38.
I have no idea what that means.
I know. I can't even spoil if you ever plan on playing it. I can't even spoil it for you because there's so much cool shit in that game.
Yeah. You know, I bought Cyberpunk right when it came out. Like that day.
Yeah.
Like hours before.
It's already on sale, bud.
I still haven't played it since my first, like, maybe 20 hours. And I put it down and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, you got to wait till they fix it. I'm not going to buy it until they fix it.
Every time they patch it, they break something else.
Yep.
And now, I'm sure you saw this.
They're getting sued.
Well, they're getting sued, and all their source code for several games was stolen and then ransomed, and they wouldn't pay the ransom, so now people are buying it online.
Wow.
So, like, several of their big titles are being bought as whole source code.
Wow.
Yeah. They're in trouble. CD Projekt Red is in big fucking trouble.
Yeah, it's a shame because that game had so much promise. Like,
It looks so cool.
yeah.
And in some ways, it is cool.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If the problem is that they're under deadlines from the publishers.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get these games out, but like you can't release something unfinished. If you've ever seen what happens to EA every time they release something unfinished and the fucking backlash that they go through,
Right.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, they can continue to do that because they're EA.
Right, but they had to pony up a shitload of dough over the whole Battlefront thing. Like they
Yeah.
had fucking
Did you see the old Battlefront 2 got patched recently and broken?
Yeah.
Wait, like the old Battlefront?
Yeah,
2?
apparently the 2005
The 05
Battlefront.
one, yeah.
They haven't patched it in years. They did, and they broke something. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, so like, and even like Halo, they were when they did the remastered Combat Evolved version of Halo, they did the PC port that Gearbox did. They worked off of that source code.
Yeah.
And the PC port of Halo didn't look as good as the Xbox version of Halo.
So those textures that you see with the flashlight, that what you're talking
right,
about?
yeah, and like the game Halo looked like the original Halo looked really good on the Xbox, but
Yeah.
they're working off of that that version. So now every version that we get of it from now on is not as good as it looked on the original system because
Yeah.
kind of bummy.
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race. However, Halo 2 anniversary,
Yeah. Every time I pick
willing to
up
forgive it just for that. Those cutscenes are so good. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got off on a long tangent here. I'm pissed.
That's all right.
I want to play Fallout New Vegas. I want to crucify Benny again.
Ring a dig dig, baby.
Ring a dig dig, baby. Oh, baby, no, not crucifixion. This is the funniest response to. He's a guy. It's a long story, but he's a bad guy, and Caesar as a reward lets you choose. He's a
Yeah.
guy who did some bad shit to you, and he lets you choose what you get to do to Benny. You can either you can enslave him, you can kill him yourself, you can set him free to try and make an escape from the camp,
Yeah.
and the legionaries will tear him apart, or you can have him crucified.
Holy shit. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
You're playing a video game. Go with the biggest, most insane option.
And so when you tell him that, he's like, "Oh, baby, no, not crucifixion." It's just one of the funniest voice lines.
Baby.
And even funnier because he's voiced by Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah,
isn't he?
right. Yeah. Oh, baby, no, not crucifixion.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, this just bums me out, man. Super bummy.
That is sad.
I'll wait.
Ben, you feeling fucked?
A bit.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just the good old imposter syndrome at work still creeping in. But
Yeah.
I talked to my therapist yesterday.
That's good.
I talked to her about the working hypothesis that I have that I might have ADD.
Yeah, you know what? Christy mentioned that recently.
Yeah. She gave me she read through like a little self-assessment checklist over the phone.
Yeah.
And afterwards she said you tick more than enough boxes to where I would tell you, ask your psychiatrist, tell her we did this test. It has a specific name that I forget, the Connors test.
Okay.
And tell her we did that, and that you're interested in seeking medication for ADD.
Yeah, like all that shit manifests as like things that can be mistaken for other things.
Yeah, especially difficult because apparently ADD manifests really heavily on the autism spectrum.
Yep.
And also certain symptoms of ADD can seem like depression,
Time Warner
or
Cable
can
is that
cause
spectrum.
depression.
Right.
One of the big ones being that if I'm in one of these loops where I've got like a million things in my head, I can't start on anything.
Yeah.
And I can't
I feel it.
And when I do, I'll my head will still be bouncing around, and I can't like actually enjoy the thing that I like doing. Right. Yeah. When my head's not that way, it's fine. But and especially with this past year, with all the shit that's been going on, there's so much on my mind.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I talked to my psychiatrist in like a week and a half. So I'm gonna tell her, we did this Connors test and see if I think what my therapist said was that my psychiatrist will probably want to do more concrete testing.
Yeah. I think they're really, really careful about stuff like that.
Yeah, because
especially now,
this medication can get sold on the streets pretty easily.
Because of the nature of that, they want to try and control like very carefully who they prescribe.
Well, because they fucked it up 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Big time.
They're just feeding it to everyone like candy.
Yeah. I was on like 50 milligrams of Adderall when they first. It was like some ridiculous, like way too much amount for a kid to be on,
and
it just dopes you out.
For all the medicine I was on growing up, the different kinds of medicine I was on growing up, Adderall or Ritalin were never one of them. I have no idea what effect it would have, but if I do have ADD, it would hopefully be a positive effect.
It'll work. Yeah, it'll work.
You'll know real quick whether it's wrong for you. I mean, like people who need that drug and people who don't react to it very differently.
Right.
Yeah. If you don't need it, it's going to feel like you're on amphetamine. Because
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome until you can't fall asleep for 2 days.
Right.
When I was taking a lot of pills and I had like a drug problem light.
Yeah.
When I was in high school and college, early college, whenever I was out of, good pills, I would take ADHD medicine to get high on something.
Yeah.
Even though I fucking hated it.
Right.
So I would take like 3 of those and I would stay up for 3 days. And it felt good. It was super fun until you can't fall asleep.
Just like look around and it's like, I've been in this spot playing Madden for 2 days.
Yep. Not good. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's you'll know right away because that's what it's going to feel like. You're going to feel like you're on meth when you're
right.
If I don't have.
Right, if you don't have it. If you do, it's going to be normal. Everything's going to be nice.
Yeah, like basically everyone who takes it who doesn't take it takes it for the reason that it will like jack their brain up.
Your brain will slow down.
It will, yes. That's exactly what I need is to be able to slow my thinking down, which is part of why I drink, because that slows my brain and the rest of me down pretty significantly.
Yeah, I'm sure you're aware of this, but like the weird backwards nature of how this works is that you are stimulating parts of your brain that are designed to calm your brain.
Right. Yeah.
You're finger diddling your brain.
That's what my...
You're flicking your brain's bean.
Yeah, right. That little brain bean right in the middle on the drawing.
It, yeah.
Yes, like, the oft-neglected clitoral lobe.
Yeah, right. A lot of people don't know it's there, but it's like
it's there. You got to pull the hood back
just slightly above into
You don't want your brain going, oh, is that it?
Yeah. Don't neglect the clitoris of your brain. It's very important. Weird.
You gotta go home. You gotta go home to Aubrey tonight and say, you know what I love about you? You've got a beautiful mind. I just want to tongue fuck your brain.
That's a great way to weird out.
Yeah. I want to suck your brain's pussy all night.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm gonna write that in the Valentine's card. I'm gonna give.
I can't wait to fist fuck your brain all night.
Oh man. It's there on the drawing of the brain, but it's a little hard to see, but it's there.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think about it, but it's very important.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Unless you're selfish and you don't care.
Yeah, right. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you're just like, get whatever I want out of this brain.
Do my own shit with this brain.
Can we talk? We don't have to talk about it now. That fucking asshole on Twitter What the?
Oh, yeah.
Rivellino.
Rivellino.
The artist.
The what?
That's
the guy I found on Twitter who just like
tons of bad advice about women in
the
relationships.
most reprehensible human being you could find. He banned me in like, I mean, it took literal minutes.
Within a single tweet.
I was banned. Yeah.
Rivellino is an artist. He doesn't have time for small-minded people who
point out to him that he's fragile. Yeah.
that he's a fragile little weak baby.
Right. Women want to worship your cock. That's what I got from his Twitter.
Not only do they want to,
you need to make them. You need to make them.
They're biologically engineered to do it, but you still got to force them or trick them into it.
Dude, the guy, it's so funny. Like the pictures, the leaning thing of like whether people lean into, like if men lean into women, they're disgusting somehow. Women don't respond to your wanting to be close to them is the message. Skeevy.
Gross.
Well, anyway, so I guess I'm fucked because of mental health, but hopefully not for very much longer.
If it's anything like what they did for Christy, there's like a very concrete test that involves you performing a bunch of tasks, and they can tell a lot based on how you do at it. You might be harder to diagnose though, because you have there's certain things like you're doing the alphabet backwards perfectly every time.
That's just from memory though.
Yeah, it's true.
CYXWVUT.
SRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCK.
You cannot do that.
It's just like I said. I just drilled it into memory.
Yeah, right.
It's not something I'm actively thinking about.
That's true. But they'll probably give you a task that like a bunch of cognitive tasks.
Yeah,
and they maybe try to like do things to determine how you do at different parts of that. I don't know. Why am I still talking?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll see what goes on.
Yeah,
but. Mental health is why I'm fucked. Anyway, so I guess it's you now, Dave.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't have anything super compelling except I already told you guys about the ridiculousness of today's impeachment trial. And what I think is one of the funniest and weirdest things is that on the floor of the Senate, lawyers are
the Senate. I'm sorry. Every time I hear Senate, I've been doing that.
You can't.
I am the Senate.
You can't skip it.
I can't stop it. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's on the floor of the Senate when they're like, the Republican defenders of, the former president are giving their video testimony about, this is what's going on, and then they cut to, because what they tried to zero in on today is like the use of the word fight by Trump to, get people to go and march on the Capitol, right? And they point out accurately that like everyone calls for everyone to fight. That's not necessarily a violent thing.
Sure.
It just so happens this time that a butt ton of people literally destroyed their way into the Capitol, but whatever. So they cut to this video montage of all these Democrats saying we're gonna fight. We need our people to fight, and they put this dramatic music behind it, and it was such a fucking joke.
In a world where
exactly, because you've got like footage of like some like bland people, like Amy Klobuchar going, we're going to ask people to fight, but behind it it's and it's like this is passing for
testimony.
Yeah. This should be. Why are people not laughing?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why no one was laughing.
Decorum.
I guess
people probably were like chuckling into their cuffs.
I wonder. I would have loved to see what the whole room was doing, because you have people just like really boring, undramatic footage, clearly spiced up by someone who's like, yeah, we gotta make it spooky.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it real scary. So someone dun 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 dun. It's so dumb.
Which would never fly in an actual courtroom.
Right.
No, you couldn't do that in a trial. You couldn't. Well, let's cut to the video.
Even Lance Ito would throw that out. Like you would never be able to do that in an actual court of law.
It's just astonishing. Like that should not. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
that they knew they needed to spice it up.
Let's be real. Congressional hearings are just a kangaroo court.
They're all
always been.
circus. They're
Yeah.
all
None of them
theater.
matter, yeah.
No, it's all bullshit, and it always has been.
Yeah.
And even this impeachment from the beginning
Was never-
a dumb thing that they had to do.
Yeah.
Because you can't not do this
Right.
when that happens.
Sure.
Right.
They have to do it.
They have to do it.
But nothing is ever going to come of it.
None's going to come of it. I don't think anyone's minds are going to be any different than when they went into this thing.
Nope.
But it's just.
But they had to. I understand. Like, they had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's otherwise. Like, are we just never gonna say that's not okay?
Yeah.
Like, are we just gonna? Well, no one's fault.
Right.
Could have happened to anyone. Anyway, I just thought it was really funny and stupid that we had to have a sound like a Transformers soundtrack to people to like otherwise very boring video.
Wow.
And that's the short of it. The long of the short of it.
The long and the short of it.
That's all of it.
The Long John Silver?
The old Long Johnson of it. Remember
Old-
that cat?
Yeah.
Remember the cat that says old Long Johnson?
No.
You
Do you
remember
not
that
know
cat?
It was on South Park.
Yeah, it was a cat. He goes, oh, Long Johnson.
I don't know if I remember. I don't remember.
Just asked Christy about this the other day. She remembers old Long Johnson cat.
I don't know what the hell you're
Hey,
talking
how about you out there?
Yeah.
Do you remember old Long Johnson cat?
I don't. I'm going to have to look that up.
Oh, Long Johnson.
You remember Mephisto and Kevin?
I sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the many-assed animals.
Yes. That's right.
We are breeding a monkey with 4 asses. I'm gonna watch some classic South Park again.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a break?
Yeah, sure.
Sound good?
Shower.
Yeah, show.
Seymour. Shower. Seymour.
We'll be back in a minute. I don't have a would you rather, so sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
Doesn't matter. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more of whatever this is.
Welcome to the Three Dude Podcast. Hey. Yeah.
You can find us at 3dudecast.com.
If you're wondering whether that's spelled with the numeral 3 or the word 3, the answer is yes.
We're so proud of ourselves.
We're so clever. We're such clever boys.
Wow. We've switched hosting to Podbean. You can still find us on iTunes and Google Play. So give us a like.
Yeah, give us a like, give us a listen, give us a review somewhere.
Give us a sandwich.
Give us a high five.
Give us sponsorships.
Please give us a hug.
Give us that money. Man, I can't believe I held that for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh, take a deep breath, buddy.
Easy there, Tom Jones.
Well, we're back. It's still this show, unfortunately. Okay. It's like, what's with the magic hands over here?
Little drinky.
Are these all for you?
No, they're
I just wanted to make sure.
for you.
Let me nudge them a little closer to the middle to make that clear.
Oh no, I brought 6 sodas down for myself.
I've been tearing through a lot of like sugar-free soda. This is not good for you, right?
No, not really.
I mean, I talked to my doctor about it, and even he was like, "Well, you know, it's like maybe it's better, but it still can mess with your levels of sugars
Yeah.
and stuff." So, I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Again, like a case of ginger ale here or there.
Yeah.
I'll get.
Yeah,
And,
like a case a day.
Just like a big one of those Lipton 30 packs of brisk tea.
but
So much sugar.
but a lot of the time, I really am finding that nothing beats just filtered ice water.
I'm telling you, one of these days I'm gonna buy that stupid fucking ice machine, and I'm gonna be a real dick for doing it.
Excuse me. Sorry.
And for people who don't know about my obsession with this thing, that pellet ice, the good ice,
Yeah.
The machine that makes the good ice.
the good ice,
The chewy ice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want the chewy ice.
Chewy, get back here.
I'm certain if I bought it in like 15 minutes, it would spit out some ice, and I go, "Oh, great!" And then I'd just be standing there in my kitchen going, "Huh." Like, well, now what?
Now you make drinks, my friend.
Well, I guess
You know how fucking cold your water's gonna be? Not very, because you're going to chew all your ice first.
I just picture like having to explain that to people. Like, hey, what's that? Oh, it's a $500 countertop ice maker. Yeah, but it gets my drinks cold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it makes the good ice. Don't worry.
The good ice. Yeah. No, it's good stuff. It makes my drinks really cold. Okay. Can you imagine justifying that?
Couldn't you just get one of those in your fridge?
Well,
yeah, but
but that's just like ice.
it's not the good ice.
Isn't this just ice? Oh no, it's like special ice. Oh, it's special ice.
How much did it cost you? $500.
$500 American. Yeah.
Did you have to pay shipping? Oh yeah.
That's like more than the food budget for like a family of 4.
Right.
Like,
That's some people's paycheck.
I know. I just the notion of buying it is so gross to me, but I really want it. One day I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a humiliating experience. Anyway, what is that?
Nothing. Go ahead. So what? You have a game for us.
No, I don't.
You have a game.
I do not have a game for you.
Would you rather
Would you
have
rather
a game or not?
skip it instead?
I think I would rather have a game.
I wish I'd have thought of something.
Yeah, I think we all do too. Sorry.
I really do. I don't have anything. I wish I'd have thought of something because Would You Rather's fun.
Yeah, it is
Kind
fun.
of. Yeah. It's all right.
We could play Mumbly Peg.
What the hell's Mumbly Peg again?
Oh wait, it's not Mumbly Peg. It's ignore me. Never mind.
Wait, what is
What
Mumbly
the fuck
Peg?
is Mumbly Peg?
Mumbly Peg is the game where you can't do it down here. It's the game where you try and get the knife as close to your foot as possible when you throw it on.
Oh, that.
Like
okay,
I
I've
we
seen
could
people
do
that.
5-finger fillet.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
We could just hold our hands over a candle and see who could do it the longest.
yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Want to do that on stream?
A little bit of light torture.
I have all my fingers. The knife goes chop, chop, chop.
Oh.
And if I miss the spaces in between, my finger will come off.
That freaks me out.
I would do it, but I don't want to fuck up your table.
This table's meaningless. If you're going to do that right now, let's do it.
Are you serious?
No, let's not.
No.
do you want me?
I don't want to see you do that. I don't want anyone to play that game.
All right, fine. You're no fun. Sorry, listeners. Apparently, we can't do anything because Dave's nervous. I'm going to lose a finger.
Oh, geez.
I got fucking amazing at playing that in Red Dead.
Oh,
Did you?
that's right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that was in there.
Yeah, I got really fucking good. You just one finger on the X button, and you just just alternate each button pretty much. I got really fucking like unfairly fast.
I used to be able to
couldn't
do it when I was drunk. I used to be able to do it. Yeah, I daren't do it now when I'm sober.
Yeah.
It would be a bad idea.
Don't you miss that time in your life where you don't miss? You're like, I could lose a finger. It's
Yeah,
fine.
right. It was fine. I got pretty fast. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it now.
That's some cowboy shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Spaced out. We're doing a show
We sure
right now. I feel like we haven't talked about this one.
allegedly.
We have it allegedly.
And you guys won't believe me. I actually wrote it down. We started talking about cartoons.
Yep.
And I wrote cartoons
Cartoons,
on this
plural.
paper because I don't think we ever talk about like
I
our
don't think we
favorite
did either.
cartoons.
Yeah.
I don't
think we have either.
Don't believe we
And
have.
it doesn't have to be necessarily just be like Adult Swim stuff or like cartoons
Of course
for
not.
grown-ups. It can be,
Yeah.
like,
So
the
let's
stuff we
start with
grew up on.
Adult Swim and stuff for grown-ups.
This will be fun to talk about some of our favorite cartoons.
Yeah.
Ed, and Eddie, bar none.
Yeah,
Well, maybe not bar none, but it's
up
definitely in
there.
my top 3.
yeah, it's up there.
I never really watched that show that much.
I love that Ed and Eddie.
Whatever fucking drugs the sound effects guys were on.
Yeah.
I want some of it.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
The sound design on that show is absolutely fucking bonkers, and it's one of the best parts.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, we'll have to put some clips on or something.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, that show is absolutely nutso.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Which one was which Ed? I forget.
Ed was, or no, Ed was the big dumb one. Ed with one D. Then double
Okay.
D was Ed EDD. He was the guy with that red shirt.
Oh,
black
right,
hat.
in the beanie or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Eddie was the
Okay.
The
leader,
short
the
one.
ringleader.
Yeah.
A little ringleader.
Yeah. And then there was Kevin, Naz, Johnny, Sarah was Ed's sister. God, I'm trying to remember all this.
Johnny and Plank.
And Plank, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Plank. I remember Plank.
Rolf.
Rolf.
Who's Rolf?
He was a
The foreigner.
the foreigner. Yeah, he was a foreign exchange student who lived in the
okay.
cul
The son of a shepherd.
Son of a shepherd. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Ed boys. Yeah.
I didn't watch that once. That one's like not on my radar.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool animation style. They had like the home movies, like wiggly animation.
Oh yeah, they used to
Yeah.
call that. They called it Squiggle Vision.
yeah. That's
And
right.
it got started with Dr. Katz. You remember Dr.
yeah,
Katz?
Dr. Katz. Holy
Dr.
shit.
Katz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched that because I think I was too young to
Yeah,
get it
me
when
too.
it was on.
But I remember Dr. Katz.
Well,
yeah.
Dr. Katz is like, he's interviewing like stand-up comics almost exclusively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like as a kid, I don't think it appeals that much really because you're kind of like watching a bunch of comics do their 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a cartoon, I feel like, for kids. I watched some of it when I was a little older, and I appreciated it more.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a comedy nerd cartoon.
Yeah, you can watch people that you now know that like were virtually unknown back then. Louis C.K. is on an episode.
Yeah, right.
Jerking off in the therapist's office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's great.
That aged well. Dude, like the classic Cartoon Network lineup, man. There was some great shit on there.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls. I was
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge Powerpuff Girls.
Do you know they're making a live action reboot of Powerpuff Girls?
Are they really?
It's going to suck.
Yeah.
It takes place many years later when the girls are grown up and bitter and cynical about their wasted childhood fighting crime.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
It's going to suck.
That's not what the Powerpuff Girls are about.
I don't like it.
No, it does. It was the gritty reboot nobody asked for.
Yeah, we don't want to. If you're going to reboot it, don't make it gritty.
Who do you think plays the professor or whatever? The
Chemical X.
I hope it's John Hamm.
Yes. Oh, that would be perfect.
that would actually make it
That would
pretty
be
good.
perfect.
I was thinking someone like I don't know why like a Rob Lowe came to mind.
Oh no, for the professor? No.
Well, it's their dad, right? The professor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe plays Rob Lowe in everything that he's in.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't. So like,
That's a good point.
I'm just gonna see Rob Lowe as Rob Lowe, not the professor.
Anymore, when I see him, I can only picture those Atkins commercials that
Yeah,
he's
I
in.
know. Ugh.
It's just like I eat Atkins.
Yeah.
I personally, Rob Lowe, like more of an endorsement than the average endorsement.
Right.
It's a little uncomfortable.
Well, it's because he does. He's a fitness freak, and he's Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe plays Rob Lowe.
Yeah, right.
Like in everything he's in.
I think my favorite Rob Lowe story that I ever heard was on what's that quiz game on NPR?
Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I think it is. Wait, don't.
One
Yeah,
triple eight. Wait.
Yeah, so he was the celebrity guest on one episode, and he was talking about like he went to an audition for a role that has him be like a dad of like someone on a soccer team or something like that. And basically he didn't get the audition. He said that someone kind of let him know through the grapevine he was just basically too good looking to play like that kind of a role. And he finds this out like on the way to his kid's sports practice. Just like actually on his way to be like a coach dad. And
really
gets
funny.
rejected for the role of coach dad.
That's really funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm trying to think what else was like. That's really shitty though. I didn't know they were gonna read.
Yeah,
That sounds really
it's-
bad.
It's gonna suck. Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dexter's Lab.
I like Dexter's Lab a
Courage
lot.
the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
Courage is like that's got. We're in the Courage Sans. People like super appreciated Courage the Cowardly Dog like way after it was off the air.
Yeah.
Like it got even more popular later on from like with nostalgia glasses on.
Yeah, what an absolutely whacked out fucking show
It was
that
weird. Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Some of these shows subjected kids to like
Yeah, Courage was like actually scary at some points. Like it was like weird and bizarre
Yeah.
and
Grandpa character or whatever.
Eustace.
Yeah, Eustace. He can be like actually terrifying.
Eustace.
Especially that episode where what is it? He has some kind of like curse or virus or something where if he gets too mad he'll like literally
Explode.
like have like a nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
or no, the object of his anger will explode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Courage is trying everything he can to keep him from to like distract him from things that are angering him.
It's like really dark.
Yeah.
It's like shit
a
that
lot of
like
that stuff was dark.
because the thing is, you got to figure like a substantial portion of kids are in a household where someone's ready to go ballistic at any time.
Yeah. Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't
It's
think
like
about
kind
that.
of like freaky for kids to be
Stu,
like,
you're drunk again.
yeah, internet cartoons.
There was also the incredible very ethnically sensitive character Dr. Vindaloo.
Dr. Vindaloo. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dr. Vindaloo.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Don't you miss the 90s?
I really do.
I do a lot.
I miss when like cartoons could be like
Yep.
like actually like a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Like for children's cartoons, I mean, everyone talks about like edgy Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if they. Well, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
Some of them were. Rocco is definitely.
Yeah, I always think of that as like the classic. Like that was like particularly edgy for
Yeah,
children.
getting shit under the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that was a show you could watch with your parents and it would still be really funny.
And big head salmon bushes.
Emma, get your dog out of my wife's salmon bushes. Rocco is like my favorite. I fucking love Rocco.
I did too.
oh baby, oh baby.
This is Big Head?
Oh God, yeah. I feel like I watched all of these shows all the time.
Yeah.
like because
Yeah.
Nickelodeon was always running cartoons.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I remember my dad used to really love Kablam.
Oh, yeah. Blam!
Especially Action League Now,
Yep.
because who didn't love that one?
Yeah,
Action
that
League
was
Now
awesome.
Action League Now is the shit. And Prometheus and Bob he really liked.
Yeah, those are great.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think.
Why is this hard to talk about for some reason? Because like I remember shows
Because you're looking back on nostalgia's sake.
Yeah.
like it's weird. I can remember some of these things as like individual moments, but I feel like maybe it's just part of like how you watch TV as a kid.
Yeah.
but you don't necessarily absorb all of it. You just kind of like zone into it.
Yeah, you take
Right.
you take it in, but you don't necessarily retain a lot of it.
Yeah.
I watched,
and that's why television is great for kids.
Yeah, Rugrats. Rugrats is like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
That's like on the Mount Rushmore of cartoons. You can put Rugrats up there with Looney Tunes. Like it's that good. It was on for like over a decade.
It was also the very first time that I learned anything at all about the Jewish faith.
Yeah, I was good. I think me too.
They
actually.
had that Passover special.
Yes.
Remember? I'm pretty sure there was
Menorah and the,
I didn't know Pickles was a Jew. Was a Shylock name.
it's not. Dee Dee is the
that's
Jewish
right.
half
Yes,
of
that's
the
right.
family.
Oh, and Grandpa's her dad, right?
Yeah, her father and mother are from the old country.
From the old country. Yeah, that's right.
It's funny because Tommy is like a little old Jewish man
Yeah.
somehow.
yeah, and he even has like a yarmulke on in one or two episodes.
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't know if like Stu converted or if like no, seriously, like
no,
I
that's a
think
good
you're right.
question.
That's a good question.
I
Like,
just never thought about it.
because I was reading not too long ago about the the whole running gag of Walter being Jewish in
Yeah.
The Big Lebowski, and then at the end you find out he converted
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
he married
right.
his wife. But apparently, like, to actually convert to Judaism is mind-blastingly hard.
Yes.
I'm sure.
And but if you do it, if you successfully like finish your studies, you successfully convert, you are considered as Jewish as
Yeah.
someone who's descended.
I kind of
from,
get that.
You know,
Yeah, that makes sense. It should be hard.
It shouldn't be like super easy to. If
It
you
should
really
be
take
hard. If
your
you're- if
like your history and culture that seriously,
Yeah.
you shouldn't necessarily just be able to wander in and be like, I'm.
And a faith like Judaism is pretty.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like like Jews don't like Christians will like go to mass on Christmas and Easter.
Oh, I know what you're
I mean?
saying. Yeah.
But like I think by and large, the people who are Jewish tend to follow their faith. Jews.
You can just say Jews. It's not a dirty word.
I don't know why.
People who are Jewish sounds better.
Yeah.
I remember my
Jews.
I remember I had I took
a Jewology class. I studied
Geology 101.
No, I had an intro to religion course in college, and she at one point referred to Jews as Judaish people.
No.
Like just
Fucking white
say Jews. That's what they're called.
Judaish?
Judaish people.
I don't
like
think I've ever heard anyone say that.
Well, because she was trying to tiptoe around saying the word Jews.
That's so funny.
Which is bizarre for
weird.
a religion instructor.
I always thought it was weird the way white people will tiptoe around saying black guy or black lady.
Yeah, right.
They won't just call someone black. They'll go
He's
African American
gentleman. They'll throw gentleman in first, and then they're like trying to get
an African American gentleman.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
The one he.
You can't just say black. It's not that weird.
Yeah.
People, white folks are fucking weird.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of get where it comes from, though.
No, I don't.
I could just because they've heard enough other white people say black like blurk, and then they're like, "Can I say black without it sounding like that?" To me?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
I mean, I'm just saying I understand the apprehension because they got enough racist people around them that they're like, I don't even know if this whole word is ruined. I can't tell.
black, white,
Yeah.
Jews.
Intro to Jews.
1501 Jews.
It's just on the printed schedule. Jews.
Expect to learn a lot about Judaism here.
Here's your syllabus. We'll be learning about Jews.
But you just reminded me of my favorite joke in the movie Airplane. Like, oh, I'm looking for some light reading. Oh, how about this leaflet? Famous Jewish sports legends. Zing!
That's hilarious. That's
5,000 years of beautiful tradition from Moses to Sandy Koufax. You're goddamn right. I'm living in the fucking past.
There's something about academia in particular, though. It like doesn't want to use like simplified language like that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Soft language. That's what George Carlin called it.
Soft language.
Soft language.
Yeah.
PTSD used to be shell shock.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something you could
take everything and turn it into an acronym or
Right.
like a longer and more complicated version of it.
trying to soften it, trying to make it,
Yeah.
sound less harsh.
Than Jewish.
The least harsh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really funny.
Anyway,
Judaish people.
anyway, yeah.
That's like so white.
It's even better to me when people add of the something persuasion.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whatever
Of
something
the-
is.
Oh,
Jewish
even better. This professor was black. She wasn't
okay.
even white.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know.
I
Anyway,
expect that out of white people for some reason, but not out of black people. I don't know why.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Rugrats was, I think, like the first time I learned anything at all about Judaism.
I think it's true for me too. Yeah, they that was like
Yeah. The
Like,
Hanukkah special was
the
the big
Hanukkah
one.
special. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's, and Hey Arnold did it too with Harold. Remember, Harold was a Jew.
Yeah, Harold was Jewish.
Harold was a filthy Jew.
And Roger Klotz.
And Roger Klotz. You're right. He was. I mean, he was objectively.
Do you think he was Jewish?
I do.
We joke about it, but
I think Mr. Dink was too. While we're at
Mr.
it.
Ding.
Mr. Ding. Well, maybe. He might have been.
Maybe it's because his head was round like a yarmulke that I'm just associating that.
No, I think what it is he looks like Louis Black.
He does. You're right.
Yeah. I just picture like Mr. Dink is a software engineer and he's a Lutheran.
Yeah, you think that might
I
be?
don't know why.
What I had heard too is that the name Dink refers to the acronym Double Income No Kids.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Because
Which makes perfect sense.
him and his wife just
Right, which is why he's always got free time to, be like a surrogate mentor to the boys.
Yeah.
'Cause he doesn't have his own kids.
right.
Broke my grill. Oh, I love Mr. Dink.
Can you imagine? Stop and picture literally. You just bought a grill in the shape of your own face.
Like you had to have that commissioned and special ordered.
Really think about that.
Why would the surface be ceramic and not metal?
That's a good question.
A customized barbecue grill that looks like me. It's just the way he delivers that line.
I
is so
totally get
funny.
it in the context of the Mr. Dink.
Yeah.
Like,
Douglas,
that
you
dude's just
shouldn't
loaded
have. Yeah.
with stupid money.
Shit. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And dumb crap.
Yeah. So, like, of course he loves that.
Yeah.
Because it's thoughtful, even though it was a mistake.
I just,
my grill?
I understand now why Mr. Dink has stupid crap.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you don't have kids.
yeah. There's no money, just spend it on dumb shit all the time. I do that all the time.
I was going to say,
It's all the time.
if I buy a ice machine,
Right.
that will be why.
Right. Yeah.
That will be the same dumb reason.
I've been looking at mini fridges so I can just have drinks right there at my
Love
computer.
my mini fridge.
Yeah.
Love it.
There are 4 refrigerators in this fucking house.
Yeah, you're
5 if you
right.
count the broken one.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
This is really not a need for
You
all
need to
that.
be within arm's reach of a beverage at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug, where we're at it. I fucking love Doug.
Love that show.
It took a while to grow on me, but I did end up
Yeah.
liking it a lot.
But when they switched the series over and it became the Disney
Because it
series.
was Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the original maybe 3 seasons or maybe 4, I can't remember, of Doug were like the classics you would watch on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And then I remember not only did they make a new series, I feel like they stopped airing the old one on Nickelodeon.
Well, because Disney would have had the rights then.
Right.
Yeah.
So they
and
own the
Viacom
show.
didn't.
So then you have to watch it on the Disney Channel, which not everyone had.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't have it.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
And they changed the animation up and they just kind of changed the vibe.
Didn't feel right.
And like Pork Chop was on heroin. You remember that?
Yeah, that was weird.
It was really
What
dark.
a weird story arc.
It just like got weird. It just didn't feel like the same show.
Yeah. Doug comes home, Pork Chop's rooting through his sock drawer. What do you
I know you took it. Now Pork
fucking
Chop.
lie to me?
Now Pork Chop. We talked about this.
He pulls a butter knife on him.
Now, if you're gonna live here, we agreed you're gonna live under our rules. Come on, man.
I don't want to fucking live here anymore. I'm just gonna kill myself.
Jesus Christ.
Smashes a vase and then breaks down crying.
Do you remember the YouTube videos of like doing stuff on certain drugs? It's like lawnmower maintenance on methamphetamine.
I feel like it sounds kind of
I'll
familiar.
have to put those on upstairs. This guy did a whole YouTube series of like trying to do things on certain drugs.
Like actually on those drugs?
No,
or-
he was joking. It was like, you're sad about that?
Yeah, I am sad.
Okay, Salvia Eric, I guess, did actually
Yeah.
accomplish that.
I was gonna say I want to see a dude try to mow his lawn like
meth.
out of his mind on meth. I just want to know what that looks like. I feel like you're kind of silently judging me, which is okay.
No, I'm not. Actually, I want to see that too. Just didn't think about it until just now. Anyway, Doug was great.
Yeah.
I think my favorite cartoon out of all of them was definitely the Batman animated series.
Yeah, that was great.
And it was lightning in a bottle, really. Like no adaptation of Batman. It's either really dark or really campy and fun. There's never an in between, except for the Batman animated series.
Yeah, you're right.
They got the voices right too. Like the voice acting was perfect. I can't remember the name of the voice actor who played Batman, but he is the voice of Batman.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I had to look up the voice actor for SpongeBob the other day. It was Tom Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tom Kenny of Mr. Show fame.
Yes.
It's Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. I could see him. He's got a big, long, tall face. Big guy.
good.
Conroy. Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, that's it. And then of course, Mark Hamill's Joker, who is I think the ultimate Joker. That's
Yeah.
him. Yep.
If you ever seen Under the Red Hood, which is great, you should definitely watch that one. John DiMaggio does the Joker in that one, and he does a pretty damn good
Joe
job.
DiMaggio's great.
I kind of feel like Mark Hamill definitely established a Joker.
Oh,
though.
he's the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like of all the Jokers that have been in our lifetime, I think he embodies the character.
Like when I think about what the Joker sounds like, it's him.
yeah, he's got the laugh down, and
Yeah, that flamboyant sort of.
I love watching him do it in the studio too.
Yeah, he gets really into it.
Him and Kevin Conroy do their lines together, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
And that's why they had them in the Arkham games too.
Yeah,
which
they
was
had both of them in the Arkham games.
perfect. Just stay with what people know.
There's a third one of those that's like a full game, right?
There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them?
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, and then
Origins.
Origins.
Origins came before Night.
Yeah, Origins in that.
I don't know why I felt like one of them wasn't really the same kind of open world Batman game, but maybe I'm wrong. I should play the other 2 because I played the first 2
Yeah.
and loved them.
Yeah, they're great. City especially is like
Yeah.
Yeah, Asylum wasn't really open world.
No, it was pretty-
It was more like a Metroidvania type thing
Kind
where
of.
where you would need certain things to get into certain areas,
Yeah.
and the other ones were like that too, but they were more open.
Yeah, City you had a little more free reign. You could kind of do stuff at will.
Yeah. Origins expanded the map even more, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I should play those because I
Dude,
really
they're
like
good.
them.
They're really fun.
I should get Night. Night's the only one I never played.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. I played Origins.
It's weird. Why didn't we finish this series?
I don't think anybody did.
I don't know. I had just heard like when Night was released, I had heard it got kind of a lukewarm reception, so I was like, I'll put it off for now.
Yeah.
But now it regularly goes on sale on Steam for like $5.
Yeah, I got to rebuy them on PC.
There is actually a sale going on right now for Lunar New Year.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's sale time again?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Chinese New Year.
Holy shit. I swear, there's always like 20 days till a Steam sale.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do that.
Are you ready for a miracle?
Ready as I can be.
Are you ready for a miracle?
When I think of Batman the Animated Series, for some reason, what I picture is always lots of like Dutch angle type things, like angular shots and
Yeah.
looking up. And,
Yeah.
the city buildings always kind of looming over everything.
Yeah. That was
I feel like that's
Kind of how a lot of those 90s comics were written, too.
Yeah.
the
Very imposing, very gothic.
Nothing's ever straight on and flat. There's always
Right.
tons of depth, and I feel like that really makes it work. The scale of the city.
what I had heard also, but there were a couple of people that said this wasn't true, but that apparently for those backgrounds they started with a completely black canvas and
Yeah.
painted over that instead of white and rendering the whole thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I mean that show just for its visual style alone was so memorable.
Yeah.
And it had some pretty dark episodes, and then it had some pretty goofy episodes.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything particularly goofy out of it. But.
I mean, like Batman was more willing to like crack a joke or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a time where he saved these 2 idiot kids from the roof of a train because they were like daring each other to like oh no, I remember they were playing a game of chicken on the train top before it went into a tunnel, and one of them got their foot stuck in a thing, and Batman picked him up and saved him, and he said, if you play chicken long enough, you fry.
Not bad.
Sing. Good job, Kevin. I saw a YouTube video. I guess it probably didn't start as a YouTube video, but they got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill to read the Killing Joke and act it out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like radio style, like 1930s radio show style. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because they, that's when I reread that, I read it in their voices, because it's
Yeah.
like when people of our age, I think that's kind of how a lot of us hear those characters,
Definitely.
because it's that was such a big show at the time.
It was. I even I had some VHS recordings I think my uncle maybe did for us. I don't know what inspired him to do that, but like I feel like I remember him recording stuff off the TV so we could watch Batman.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we had TV, but he wanted to record it for us, so that was cool. And I feel like I remember distinctly there was my brother and I. You like think you catch a swear word in TV and you get all excited.
Yeah.
I remember.
Did you do that?
all the time? Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a tape of an episode of the animated series, and there's these 2 goon guys, right? It's
Yeah.
like so they're doing something, and the one of them goes, "It's the middle of the friggin' night," and my brother and I went, "Oh my god!" Got like really excited and rewound it, and we were trying to like convince our parents that there was swearing in Batman.
Yeah. No.
which is so weird to think about now. The
Yeah.
stuff you get excited about as a kid.
Yeah. Because there is swearing in Batman now.
Right now, now everything has swearing in
Yeah.
it. If they do another children's series of Batman, It's gonna be all fuck this and shit that.
cunt cocksucker.
Well, have you ever seen the
You cunt.
Riddle me this. Sorry.
Riddle me this fact. Ow. All right.
Jesus?
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I gotta give it to you.
Some years back. Some years back, they had a series. They had a Batman animated series called The Brave and the Bold.
Yes.
And that was a lot more like lighthearted and more for like a younger audience.
Yeah.
But it was like kind of corny where Batman would be like, I eat justice for breakfast. But that.
Wait,
that
Batman
one,
eats justice for breakfast?
you know what I mean. He's like.
Oh, okay. He's just like hyperbolic and
How does one get justice?
big old plate of justice and eggs.
Yeah, no, he's it's much like it's deliberately campy and corny. Batman's not like super grim dark in that series, which a lot of fans really enjoyed. Mm-hmm. And I haven't watched nearly as much of it as I have wanted to by this point.
Batman's supposed to be dark, but Batman's not supposed to be like.
Yeah, like it's only really recent that it's like super gritty.
And I will give you the Dark Knight series because they're like fucking pioneering. They're really good movies.
Yeah.
But you stop fucking. Everybody's got to stop copying Christopher Nolan. If you're not Christopher Nolan, you can't do that. You don't get to. I don't know. I will say I'm excited to see the new Batman because I want to see Paul Dano play the Riddler. I think that's a fucking excellent casting decision.
I'm super excited about that movie.
Yeah,
I think it's
really
going to be
good.
good.
I think it's actually going to be good. I think hopefully they can find the balance and they don't, because like I said, Batman is supposed to be dark,
Right.
But it's supposed to be
It's supposed to be noir.
yeah,
It's not supposed to be like
Gothic horror.
yes,
yeah, it shouldn't be like this whole city stinks like pus and blood.
yeah. No, he's not Rorschach. He's
Exactly.
he's a
That's
billionaire.
That's what I'm going for. Is like it doesn't have to be like disgusting.
Well, and when it's not him, it's definitely the bad guys, and it's almost always the Joker, which I'm kind of getting fucking sick of.
Yeah, no, that's like, there's other Batman villains.
I want a serious take on Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be sweet.
He's really good in Arkham City.
Yes.
You actually end up helping him in the end, and he ends up helping you in exchange.
He's a tragic character.
Yeah,
like
he
maybe
is.
the most tragic of the Batman villains. He's
In his whole thing, he like basically wanted to work on cryonics to preserve his wife.
he's trying to save his wife.
Yeah.
He's-
His wife has like an incurable disease.
McGregor syndrome.
Cut to Arnold Schwarzenegger going,
It's a cold town.
It's winter forever here in Gotham.
I miss my wife.
Please wake up.
Wow, everybody, I miss my wife. She had terminal cancer. You're not going to get that.
No.
Oh, I'm so sad inside. The woman I love is dead. Oh my God.
I know there's more than one. Jesus Christ.
Viva Mary for 40 years. Oh my God. I will never hear the voice of the woman I love again.
Christ.
I really wish that would be a thing. I fear I will never know love again. Why can't that be a thing? Oh my like God. Deeply tragic Arnold Mr. Freeze. He's like crouched on a grave crying.
I know I'm going to drink tonight. I don't want to.
I made the promise to my wife before she died.
No, the darkness is taking over.
Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I don't like what I see. That's too much. It's a little too dark.
Anyway. Cartoons, right?
Yeah, cartoons. Anyway.
Deeply, deeply tragic Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, that should be a thing.
I seem to recall that there's more than one storyline in the comics where he actually does find the cure for her and unfreezes her. And she is absolutely
Appalled.
horrified at all the things he's done.
Yeah, she's appalled.
See,
Yeah.
that's a really good story.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's fucking heartbreaking, needless to say.
Wow. I'm surprised I haven't heard about that before because it sounds like it should be just incredible.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be an amazing like animated feature.
Yeah, there's a way to do that story. You can, but you have to surrender a little bit to the camp because
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze as a character is a comic book character. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like you can't make him Arnold Schwarzenegger campy. Batman was all about the noirsy balance and
I'm kind of glad that those exist though. Like I'm glad that we have like different versions of these characters played for different kinds of effects.
Yeah. The World War II Batman from the the World's Finest comics, or him and Superman would be cheerfully waving to the reader and telling him to buy war bonds. Yep. A lot of different iterations. But anyway, this is not the Batman episode. This is
this is the cartoons.
Yeah, I know. But it's easy to fall into talking about Batman.
I want to talk about the best cartoon of all time.
Let's do it.
Family Guy.
Okay, listen. It's listen. At the time,
Old school Family Guy was funny.
You got to give it credit.
It's funny.
I feel like everyone kind of moved on beyond that whole
era.
And maybe that like sensibility.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny at the time.
It was.
There were some funny jokes on that show.
Yeah. It deserves credit. I don't know. I feel like somehow everyone else grew up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, I think so. They told one of the most offensive jokes I've ever heard on TV, and I still...
I know what it is.
Yeah, Peter's talking about making a musical called 9/11 and Fun.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's real American humor. It's good old fashioned, slapstick humor. It's like 2 pies in the face and 1 in a field in Pennsylvania.
I think about that like once a week.
That's such a good line.
I think about that joke like once a week. 2 pies in the face and 1 in a field in Pennsylvania.
Jesus Christ.
That's so evil.
I know, but it's also like
really funny.
That's the kind of joke that if you wrote it, you're like, I don't care.
That's such a good line.
That has to go.
I can't believe they got that past the censors.
I can't either.
I can't believe that made it. It's so funny.
It's just some things just stick in your head.
Yeah.
That's some jokes are just like I don't know, they come from another worldly place of like just being so insane or dark or whatever.
That was really, really funny. I think the reason that didn't have the longevity that some of the other ones did is because it didn't have the same heart.
Yeah.
Like Futurama had a lot of heart. King of the Hill had a lot of heart.
But does anyone really like love Peter Griffin? Like think he's like sweet enough to care about?
No, I do love Philip J. Fry though.
Yeah, because like even take some of the earlier seasons of The Simpsons too. Like Homer could be stupid, but he was sympathetic.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he can be a good father when he needs to.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin, not so much.
No.
Well, it's like the very, very early seasons of The Simpsons are maybe their funniest, but I think they also like hadn't developed like a family that you really care that much about yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the gag of like Homer constantly strangling Bart is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if they hadn't moved on to add complexity to that family, it might not have had the longevity it has.
Right.
And then even then, making fun of themselves for including that joke. There was an episode. It was VH1's Behind the Laughter, where it was like they were interviewing the Simpsons, and
right, like it's behind the music thing. Yeah.
And he Homer refers to that joke and refers to that the choking. He says that simple act of child abuse became one of our most beloved gags.
Simple act of child abuse. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I think the Simpsons is now the longest running like comedy show period all time, right?
Yeah, I think
they're
so.
like in their like 38th season or something stupid.
It's time to stop.
It probably is.
It's time.
I don't know if anyone's still watching.
From what I hear, the new stuff isn't great.
Oh, no, it hasn't been. It hasn't been great for a long time.
Basically, back when Conan ran the writers' room of that show.
Yeah.
And I think Dana Gould possibly was involved.
Yeah.
There are like a lot of like comics you would know were involved in making that show.
Yeah.
And then they essentially all walked out. I can't really remember why.
Yeah.
Well, probably because working for 20th Century Fox sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, then Futurama managed to do it for. Oh, even they got canceled though.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I love Futurama.
Yeah.
Futurama is incredibly. I've said this 1,000 times on the show before, but I thought Futurama was the smartest dumb show on TV, and Rick and Morty is the dumbest smart show on TV.
Right. I can't believe we didn't even talk about Rick and Morty at all yet.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that a scientist turns himself into a pickle?
Funniest shit I ever saw.
Funniest shit.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. A scientist turning himself into a pickle.
I gotta tell you, you gotta go to this diner and see this scientist that turns himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I ever saw.
It was entirely, I believe, because of Rick and Morty that we decided to go to Shoney's, not only on the way to your bachelor
But
party,
on the way back.
but also on the way back.
Absolutely every bit as good.
And pro tip, Shoney's is great.
Go to Shoney's.
Go to Shoney's if you can. It's
You know
incredible.
what? Go there at 11:30.
Yep.
When you can get the breakfast buffet and then the lunch buffet.
Yes.
Get 'em both.
They swap it out like right on the dot, and then you could just go back for your second plate, and it's lunch.
Beautiful.
I wish I was at a Shoney's right now.
It's great. It's like a mix of like good Denny's and good hometown buffet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if those two had if those two fucked.
If those two popular American institutions fucked.
And we're good.
Yeah.
That's what Shoney's is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even know. It's like there's something about the decor that's slightly off. It's like they kind of don't care what the inside of the building
Right, yeah,
looks
it's very old school. It's very 1980s.
It's like they got the gumball with the proceeds that go to the local, VFW, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's a chill.
so they can shovel some of the shit that they tossed in last week out of the
Sorry, I forgot. Every VFW hall is just covered in shit.
Here you fucking go.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
get
you
back
for your service, douchebag.
We'll be back to clean this up in 2 years. Drive away with a banner
Yeah.
that says "Mission Accomplished." No, Shoney's is fucking incredible.
Shoney's is great.
Any
Yeah.
place where you can eat a mess of sausage, bacon, and pancakes,
Oh, yeah.
and then stand up and go and instead get a plate full of butterflied shrimp.
Yeah, beautiful.
What? Okay, this should be what we have.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Shoney's?
Buffets where
Yeah.
you eat inside.
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe without a mask and, real close, elbow to elbow with people.
Right, take all those food shields away so that when
Yeah.
people dribble or they just find snot hanging out of their face.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm looking forward to the day where I can go back and just start licking all the serving ladles.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like we used to pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
Today I was working over the sink. I had to fix my soap dispenser, and I was just hanging over it, and I saw something wiggling. I realized I'm just snot's just hanging out of my nose and wiggling around over the sink, and I was
That's
like,
weird.
I'm disgusting.
And then I ate it and I was like, gotta get rid
I
of
was
that.
like, "Oh, it's not nearly as good as the last batch of snot that fell out of my face.
Gross. Gotta drink some milk. Thicken it up a
Really
little.
phlegm it all up, and it's just seriously, how gross do you have to be? I was I'm like, oh, that's my own sinus
That's
cavity
my body.
draining into the open sink. Gross.
No, yeah, Rick and Morty though, that was the whole reason we went to Shoney's.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty's really funny.
Yeah, it is
they
very
keep
funny.
getting funnier.
Yeah.
They keep consistently getting funnier.
I think the best episode that they have done on the entirety of the show was from the last season, and it was the Story Circle episode.
Yeah, that was great.
It's honestly, very great idea, executed really, really well.
Yeah.
It's smart enough.
Yeah. If you can ignore the idiot fan base of that show,
Yeah.
if you can find a way to ignore them and, power
Yeah.
through the internet, it's really worth the watch.
It can be really hard to separate something from its fans.
Yes.
can't it?
Right.
You know, like there's stuff you don't even want to be associated with just because like some people really like it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another example right now and can't.
Any given anime.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Video games.
Yeah, there's stuff like I just won't like get near because I'm just like I don't want this in my orbit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Counter-Strike. It's like more specifically than video games, just like any shooter, anything that's like remotely popular on Twitch,
Craft
that
beer.
that I happen to like. Yeah, craft beer.
Craft beer is a great example. It was so fun for a while to be really into craft beers,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh no,
Bunch of fucking dickheads took it over.
oh no, those guys I already hated liked other things. Now they like this thing.
Can't have that.
Nope.
If they come for cigars, I'm fucking over it.
They're already at the cigars. They're just not en masse.
Okay.
They're beneath the threshold. You know what I mean? Where you can still be like, no, I'm a normal guy who goes to like Smoker Friendly, which is a normal guy place.
Yeah, right.
And I pick up cigars because I like them.
Yeah.
If Smoker Friendly starts going out of business and everything that pops up is like JR Douchebag's House of Smokes.
JR Fuck You's House of Coffee and
JW McGillicuddy's House of You Don't Know How Good This Is.
Roger Sick Bastard's illegal smokable imports.
Smoky Smokington's Smokable Smokeporium.
everything in here is smokable. Oh boy, even the walls are smokable. You could light them on fire.
Come on in.
You better get down here before this fucker burns to the ground.
You're going to love it. Come smoke my toilet.
This here's my son. Dad, what are you doing? You can light him on fire and smoke his ass too.
Pack him in the bong.
Dad, what are you doing? Shut up, Thomas.
Smoky McSmokyson's Smokable Smokeporium.
Boy, we got all sorts of shit you can set on fire down here.
Put it in your body.
Smoky Smokerton.
It's like the little animated version of him.
It's a little cigarette with a top hat.
Cutting off and smoking his own hair.
So weird. Sorry.
That's dumb.
Anyway, back to cartoons.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we covered this? We might have covered this.
Have we?
We've been at this for an hour and a half.
There's probably a lot more we could talk about with this, but
we have barely covered this, but we're obviously not going anywhere with it. So.
I think everything we've just kind of been skirting the topic and talking about other things. But that's kind of what we do.
Yeah,
anyway.
whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
It. We can always cartoons to this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
cartoons plural.
How many times have we actually followed up on a thing? I think history was the only time we ever did it.
Video games,
maybe.
Video game.
Donkey.
Oh god, my back. Sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, I was just cracking it.
Yeah, I think if we were to ever come back to this topic, we should talk about all the independent animators that exist on the internet now.
Yeah.
And have for many years, but like now the quality is just getting better and better.
We didn't even
guys.
touch Newgrounds.
Right.
No.
Can
Yeah.
we do that for a minute?
Yeah.
Stick fights, Zhao Zhao.
Yeah. Do you remember?
The whole of the Awesome series.
Do you remember Stamper's cartoon Rebecca?
Yes.
I
It's
don't.
I remember that was like for me a litmus test of like, are we going to get along?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you this video in which a guy and his best friend and also maybe their son all fuck the same woman.
Yeah.
Like at alternate points, and there's like it's dark.
Yeah. Stamper is dark.
Someone says I have become no. What does he say? Like, oh no! Some guy walks up to the kid and goes, "I'm going to touch you now, Jake." And he goes, "You may." And it's like, what the fuck is that? That was a litmus test for me for a while. I was like, are you really like? Are you going to enjoy this? Do we have the same disgusting sense of humor or not?
Stamper is fucking hilarious.
He is.
It's like he doesn't do everything. He doesn't do anything a lot of the time, but like when he does something, it's always fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
I think part of it's just his voice. Like I can't hear him talk without.
He's just funny to listen
Just
to.
funny.
Yeah.
He did the voice of Battle Block Theater,
Right.
Which is like I remember there's a line at the beginning, and he says something like, "And then the ocean opened up and attacked as though Poseidon himself." Extended his arm in friendship, and they spat in his mouth. It's like delivers this insane.
You kind of
line.
wonder if he just like improv some of that shit.
Just so like it's like it's a Stamper line. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it does. It sounds like him.
Yeah.
And not like someone scripted that for him.
It's just so funny.
Yeah, guys like that are just like legendary.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you
like
know.
well, and like okay, Ego Raptor. Everybody knows Ego Raptor for that really shitty, failing show that he's done for 10 years now.
If I ever do a Let's Play,
Kill me,
kill me.
Aaron Hansen.
Yeah,
Game
right.
Grumps was a long running. It's the worst thing since my son.
How long have they been doing Game Grumps
Long
anyway?
time, over 10 years. 2000
Jesus.
2009, 2008, something like that.
Yikes.
Long time.
Yeah.
It was way funnier when that racist was on there.
It sure was.
That guy was way funnier.
Oh man, bring that racist back.
Yeah. It was way funnier. I'm sorry. It's funnier.
What the fuck he is up to now?
I don't know. Who cares? He's not funny anymore either.
Who, JonTron?
Yeah.
He's still doing his
He's
thing.
still doing YouTube
Is he
shit.
still making YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Like once every 6 months or something like that?
It's like once every 2 months now, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, he's still doing his thing. Yeah, now they got a Jew on there. And it's,
Danny Jew Sex Bag.
yeah. Ugh.
That's it's that old nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Jew.
Sex Bag.
Danny the Jew.
Have you seen those two dudes play Quiplash with Middleditch and Schwartz?
No, did they do that?
Yeah, they did. There's a YouTube video where they play Quiplash with them.
No shit.
Oh
Pretty
god,
fun.
I bet Middleditch and Schwartz are the fucking masters of that game.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think Thomas Middleditch is better at it than Ben Schwartz, honestly. But they're both really funny. And they both basically win, I think.
Sweet.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
I guess
So-
that's enough about that.
Yeah, we'll actually do a cartoons discussion the next time we
Yeah,
do this.
we'll cover more like independent stuff, animes,
Yeah,
maybe computer animation, maybe cave paintings, Greek amphoras.
Bathroom graffiti.
Flip books.
that carving of an S that's in everything. Yeah, we'll do it all.
Comics, because those count as cartoons, I
Yeah,
think.
comics count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about comics too. I don't know. We could talk about this stuff
Yeah.
forever, but
Yeah.
we're not going to.
We're not going
There's,
to.
there's a lot
Stop
more
now.
we could cover with this, so let's keep it in mind for the future.
Well, all right. Well, okay. Let's take a break, I guess, and we'll come back. I guess. I guess we'll do that.
Well, I suppose.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk about recommendations and smoking and drinking and what we learned.
See you in a little bit.
Yari.
That's not what I was going to say, Dave. I wasn't going to say smoking and drinking. I'm done with that joke. It's over. Can you stop?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, it's
No, honestly, I'm really sorry.
No, I came at you like real aggressive there. I didn't mean to do.
It's fine. I know you didn't really.
We're cool, man. We're friends. I don't want to. I don't want to be like this.
I don't want to argue.
I don't either, man. I don't know what happened to us.
What happened?
What happened?
I don't know. I had to get off the drugs, man.
It was dark times. I didn't think you were gonna make it.
Me either. I'm just. I'm so scared sometimes.
Okay, this was funny and now it's not. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
That will happen all night.
It's just one of those things. It's super fun to do. All the voices are fun.
Yeah.
I played that for Christy one day when we were on the way home from her mom's house.
Yeah.
We're just driving. I'm like, have you ever actually heard You Know My Name? Look up the number.
Yeah.
She hadn't. You know my name.
Look up the number.
Fa, 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 fa. Look up the number. Yeah. This is the dumbest obsession.
I know.
I can see it
anyway.
on Ben's face how
I know,
little he
sorry.
cares about
I know,
this.
sorry.
And I don't blame you.
It's dumb. It's stupid.
I don't know what it is. It's hard to get away from. It just gets stuck in your head.
Recommendations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recommendations.
I recommend you listen to You Know My Name.
It's got that thing where the guy goes, ooh.
Wait, that rabbit.
Yeah, seriously though. So listen to that. Who's got a recommendation? Who wants to go first? I can go first if no one has something.
I have one. I'll keep it simple this week.
All right.
I think if you're a cigar smoker, you should check out Juicy Lucy cigars. They're $4 a piece for like $4.50 a piece. They're these little tiny itty bitty baby cigars. They're about 3 inches long. Giggity.
Yeah.
And they call them. They call them Juicy Lucy's because it sounds a lot better than sopping wet Ethel.
I don't. If I was presented with that choice, I'd have to give a serious look at Sop and Wet Ethel.
Oh, I do.
Or perhaps even a moist Guillaume.
Yeah.
Moist Guillaume.
Moist Guillaume.
The moist Guillaume.
Yeah, natural Drew Estate cigars. Juicy Lucy's are the names. They're these little itty bitty. They're like 3 inch long cigars.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have a cigar cutter to light them. You just flip the.
Yeah.
Like they cowboy roll the tip up into a little point. Let it dry. You can rip that right off and then just smoke the damn thing like that.
You said they soak them in what?
They dip the ends in bourbon so they taste like. And usually I hate shit like that, but it's.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice and sweet.
Well, it's like kind of like the acid cigars where it's like
those are.
You guys are trying a little hard.
Those are like too posh for me. This is nice and simple. They, you know, it's not overpowering. It's like a little bit of candy on the end of your tongue.
It's a little bit
like candy.
candy.
What you want to do is pull a pepper on it there. You just want to put a little
pepper on it there.
little pepper on it. Yeah, but it's they're great. If you
They
like,
smell nice.
They are. If you like cigars, they're a nice quick smoke. You don't have to smoke a 45-minute to 3 hour long cigar. You can just get through them real fast.
That's the only thing that I think I dislike about smoking cigars is that you're on the rails now.
Yeah.
If you set this down and it goes out, you can relight it, but you're not going to recapture the freshness of the cigar. So you kind of have to go in one sitting.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. They're supposed to be enjoyed, so you don't have to keep, like powering through them. But, I would just, I would buy these if you want. There's tons of little cigars you can get that you can get through real fast, and I love those.
Yeah,
Right. Over at Smoky McSmokerson's Smoke Party.
Yeah, right.
With all that time I saved smoking the Juicy Lucy's, that frees up so much more time to smoke even more of them.
Yeah.
I could probably get through 32 in a day.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Juicy Lucy's. With all the time I saved, I can smoke more Juicy Lucy's. Thanks.
That's exactly how my relationship with cigarettes went for many years.
I was told once, I know it was Mike Detweiler who told me that he said I was the only person he ever saw smoke who looked really happy to be doing it.
Yeah.
Because he did this thing, and I remember his impression of people smoking and always just looking bitter-faced. And then me strolling through campus looking like Leo in that meme, just smoking happily. I remember him telling me that. I never forgot how funny that was to me. Just I just look so happy.
When you're in college, it's not maintenance; it's an accentuation. You look sophisticated,
or at least you think you do.
Yeah, right. You think you do is what that really is. Yeah,
you think you look great.
Turns out you're just damaging your lungs permanently.
Turns out you just fucking smell weird.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
I have a picture of me and Drew at the bar, and we zigzag stacked our cigarette packs.
Oh, what do you mean? Like
I had because she smoked Marlboro menthols and I smoked those, the Cowboy Killers, the Reds.
Yeah.
So it was like a pack of Reds, pack of menthols, empty pack of Reds, empty pack of menthols, empty pack of Reds, empty pack of menthols, half a pack of Reds, half a pack of menthols.
You guys went through like 2.5 packs at the bar.
We were there at the bar for so long
Oh my god.
that we smoked 2.5 packs of cigarettes.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then thought it was cool to take a picture because look what we did. Like, I'm fucking stupid. Like, I look at that now and I'm like, that is $20. That's $20.
Yeah, that's the change in
of
perspective.
just me.
Yeah.
So like,
But when you have no bills,
yeah,
and it doesn't matter what you spend your money on,
yeah,
why the fuck
why
not?
the fuck not? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like $40 worth. That's $40 worth of lung damage collectively that we just did. Yeah.
Well, there's this thing that like I'm sure we've talked about it in exactly these terms before, but that thing of just like look what I did goes away, and
Yeah.
you realize no one's impressed with you, or
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
like no one is like, wow,
Yeah.
look at them having a great time. They're just like, wow, that's you like really spent a lot.
Yeah. Right.
You look kind of stupid, actually.
It's like, 5 years down the road, you find out you're just drinking to stop the shakes. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, it hurts a little. Ooh.
Right,
But
in
yeah.
right in my guilt
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah.
Anyway, Juicy Lucy's, everybody. Hey, if you don't feel like powering through a whole pack of cigarettes, you could smoke cigars instead. It's not really as dangerous, maybe.
Juicy Lucy's. Do you
Juicy
like
Lucy.
smoking, but don't want to do it that much? Juicy Lucy's.
Juicy Lucy's.
Do you enjoy smoking, but just a little bit?
Juicy Lucy's.
Juicy Lucy's.
Do you want to not feel bad smoking 5 cigars a day?
Juicy Lucy's. Does 5 little cigars look better to you than 1 big fat cigar? Juicy Lucy's.
Anyway, this was supposed to be brief.
It was.
It sure is. It
Yeah.
sure isn't, though.
That sure isn't.
Someone else take over, Frank.
You got something, Ben?
Yeah. I want to recommend a game that I just started playing called Heaven's Vault.
Huh.
And this is a what would I even call this? I suppose it's I guess the semi pejorative term that a lot of people use is walking simulator, but it's not really
Yeah.
it's not really even that so much. This is
That is a pejorative term, isn't it?
yeah.
It really is kind of shitty. It's like, oh, you play a game where you walk around.
Yeah, and almost all the time there is more to it than just that.
Sure.
Yeah, this is a story-based game about exploration, set in kind of it almost reminds me a bit of Myst.
Okay.
In terms of like its aesthetic, its soundtrack.
Oh, sorry.
Are you listening to The Weeknd?
No, it's playing in my head and I can't stop doing it. Oh, I can't stop. Sorry, I can't stop. Sorry, won't stop.
So yeah, it's about you play as a historian named Aaliyah, who is scouring this fantasy nebula. You like sail through space on like a wooden craft.
That's kind of cool.
And you start out looking for a missing roboticist named Janiki Renba, and he's discovered something major about this ancient empire that existed in the nebula, thousands of years ago, and so you have to essentially solve this mystery of what it was he discovered, what he found out there.
Okay.
And along the way, you're investigating all these ancient sites and ruins and discovering ones that have never been seen before, and translating word by word this ancient script. So like it's made up of a series of different characters, and by figuring out what certain characters represent, you can take a stab at like the next word and see if it makes sense.
Oh, that's cool.
If you translate it correctly enough times and it fits in whatever sentence you're working with, then it becomes locked in. Like this has to be the correct translation.
Okay, so it's got that kind of element like what's that game by the Papers, Please guy?
Oberdin?
Yeah, Oberdin, where you're
Yeah.
like hypothesizing and then locking in certain things, and you're
Yeah.
solving that as you go along.
Yeah, kind of.
It's a very cool mechanic where you're like actually analyzing linguistics. It's also beautiful. Like, the
Yeah.
art design is really cool.
So like there's one character very, very early on that I figured out is supposed to represent like a person. So like any word that includes that character almost always has something to do with a person or a human being.
Oh, okay.
So like that character can be found in the word for goddess. It can be found in the word for emperor, the word for pilgrim. So that gives you a jumping off point for the choices on the bottom. Like, okay, I know this means person. Is there something in these choices that will that will work with that.
So it isn't just like the characters of an alphabet, but also like a language.
Oh yeah, they're ideographs. They're not. It's not an alphabet at all. It's the characters represent ideas, much like
cool.
Chinese.
Okay. That has more depth to it than what I was picturing, I guess.
Yeah, no, the characters represent ideas, and then several of those characters combined are what form the words of this language.
It's very like Sanskrit-y looking, right? Like it's sort of like
it's
wavy.
It's very flowy, very abstract. It looks like nothing here on this planet.
After many hours of analysis, I've determined that this reads Epstein didn't kill himself.
George Bush did 9/11.
What did you do, Lindsey Graham?
No, but it's a very very beautiful game. It's an independent production, of course. The soundtrack will definitely stick in your head. Definitely check it out. There is a demo out there as well. It's called Heaven's Vault.
Heaven's Vault.
Heaven's Vault.
Heavens verklempt.
Heaven's Vault. Check it out.
Nice. All right.
All right, so recommendations.
Moving right along.
What we learned. I got that backwards. I fucked up the... God damn it.
Why? Why?
Go ahead.
I have a brief suggestion, which is subscribe to PBS online. I wanted to recently watch the Ken Burns documentaries.
Yeah.
Because there's something very soothing about them. Even like the war documentaries, there's something very calming about being narrated through something like that.
Yeah, the Vietnam one is like
Yeah.
especially fucking...
It's a very dark documentary.
yeah.
But it's like...
But Vietnam was such a happy place.
Yeah, right. It's all like, forests.
That's why there's all
beaches.
That's why all the music from the 60s is all trippy and colorful and everything.
Yeah, right. I don't see what the problem... No, yeah, so... I wanted to watch the World War II documentary in particular,
Yeah,
which is
it's
just
very
called The War.
Yeah.
Which is appropriate, I feel like.
Oh,
The War. Subscribing to PBS Passport or whatever they call it, which is like the online streaming for like all of their content, is like $60 for a year.
Wow.
I didn't realize that. And also, a lot of these things aren't available elsewhere. So, like,
yeah, right.
the Vietnam War documentary was on Netflix for a while.
It's not anymore.
It's not anymore. Same goes for a bunch of other things. They all got yanked off of PBS or off of Netflix.
They all got yanked off.
Yanked off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Ken Burns got yanked off.
Oh, this climax is made possible by viewers like you.
A+.
That's good.
10 out of 10. Wow. Sometimes I have to stop and appreciate you. That's just amazing. So anyway, yeah, I got that for those documentaries. I ended up watching almost all of the baseball documentary, which I did not think I was going to give a shit about.
Andrew Doubleday.
I didn't realize what a piece of shit Ty Cobb was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was an asshole.
Horrible bastard.
He's just like a name to me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what a
he's a
motherfucker
monster,
he was.
yeah.
He one time jumped up into the stands to beat up a man in a wheelchair because he wouldn't stop heckling him.
Yeah.
Well, because he called him a half N-word.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is funny. But then the thing is, like, Ty Cobb jumps up into the stands to beat the shit out of this guy. And everyone's like, well, he did call him. I mean, like, people weren't that mad at Ty Cobb. I mean, he got in trouble with the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, most of his teammates were like, well, did you hear what he called him? I mean, it's fair. I didn't think I was going to care that much about that documentary. But the story of baseball isn't just about a game. It really is about... like all the social dynamics that happen around baseball, the way we exported it around the world, the way we segregated it for the longest time, and then how we, how desegregating baseball,
Made the game better exponentially.
yeah,
Right.
infinitely better.
Way better.
Getting players from other countries continued to make the game better.
Right.
And then just the thought of like how much amazing baseball people missed because they weren't able to have what were some of the best players alive.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. The point I'm making is all those documentaries, including in one they have upcoming about Hemingway.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Noted piece of shit.
Yeah,
Ernest
right.
Hemingway. I do want to watch it. I think it'll be interesting.
Well, it's like 30 for 30. You know, sports documentaries are never just about the sports.
Right.
Exactly.
30 for 30 is great.
Every 30 for 30 I've ever seen has been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be watching it because I have ESPN Plus. I should be watching those.
Yeah, me too.
The Lance Armstrong one was good.
Oh, I bet.
The Ric Flair one was good too. You guys see the Ric Flair one?
No.
Gotta watch
Yeah.
the Ric Flair one. Yeah.
I think there's one called I Hate You, Christian Leitner,
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
About him and his the amount of hatred that he garnered.
Yep.
I guess ostensibly just for kind of being good and a little too clean. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. But yeah, PBS probably deserves your support, and they're like now what is probably a third of the cost of Netflix by now.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Netflix now? What is it, like $14-15 now?
God, I don't even know. They're
Yeah,
just
They
ripping,
keep raising it. I actually
just
don't know what I'm
ripping
paying
money
them.
out of my account. All the
Yeah,
time.
I just pay it and
Yeah, it's like everyone has Netflix on autopilot, even if they're not fucking watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Quick side recommendation: watch everything Dave Chappelle now that it's on Netflix again, and he's getting paid for his name and likeness.
Yeah. Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
Ow!
Woo, woo, woo.
Better not bring your kids. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Chappelle Show is actually probably the funniest thing we've ever put on television.
Totally.
Yeah.
I forgot it's like in the maybe first episode, they did that thing about what if the internet was a real place.
Yeah.
Like how early in the show they were that brilliant.
Yeah.
With the guy who like is someone else and then is all of a sudden in his face going, pills for your penis, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Watch Chappelle stuff. Subscribe to PBS. Just watch a bunch of things.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
we're done. What did we learn?
Thank God. Get the fuck out of here. I wrote, act now, getting this thing, or you could put up your butt or whatever.
Use the code DUDE15 for 15% off something to cram up your ass.
I learned we have sponsors.
Yeah.
Not for this, but
We do, yeah.
That is actually news to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I wrote, McDouble Watch was suspended for Cultist Watch.
Cultist Watch, Insurrection Watch,
Yeah.
Anarchy Watch,
Yep.
Death of the Republic Watch, all slightly more important
Then
than the McRib.
there's not as much cheese on my burger.
dumb,
They put tomatoes on my chicken bacon
They
and Swiss.
added a vegetable I don't like.
dumb crackers dying from tasing themselves in the balls
Oh,
watch.
that was so good.
Yeah. Really think about that. How mad the idea of adding a slice of tomato to a sandwich.
It's not. It would be fine if it was like garden tomato.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like it's like not even the right color. They didn't even like pressurize it the right way to
Yeah.
get the color right.
Just
I think
Disappointing.
I think McDonald's should count their lucky stars that we didn't storm their headquarters for that.
yeah, right.
yeah. Where's the angry mob of discontented white people?
Don't even get me started on the rodeo burger.
What is the rodeo burger?
You never had a rodeo burger?
No.
See, this is the problem with this country. Burger King got rid of their promotional rodeo burger a long time ago.
Yeah.
Was it I Imagine Barbecue?
Yeah, with onion rings on it.
Oh, I know that burger.
The rodeo
I just-
burger.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so they
I just got really
So they
excited.
brought the rodeo burger around
Yeah.
during the release of the seminal classic Wild Wild West in 1997.
Of course.
Famously snubbed at the Oscars.
Yes.
I unironically love that movie.
Sure.
I unironically love
I gotta
that
watch
movie.
it again. I think
Yeah.
I saw it at the drive-in when I was a kid.
It's so stupid, but I love that movie. I
Yeah.
unironically love that flick.
the movie that Will Smith was in instead of The
Wiki
Matrix.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Oof.
Big oof.
Yeah, they Wicca Wow Wow West,
Yeah.
Jim West. they did the rodeo burger as a promotion for Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
And then they kept it around for a long time because people really liked it. And then it then vanished.
Unceremoniously.
Unceremoniously vanished
I remember that burger.
from the lexicon of fast food dumb.
banished to the ether realm
Yeah.
of sandwiches past.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody even fucking remembers.
Why is there not an armed militia about this?
I don't know.
I don't know. We could start one.
We gotta storm the Capitol building.
We gotta
Demand they bring back the rodeo burger.
We gotta lynch Mike Pence.
Hi, FBI.
We gotta bring Mike Pence to the Capitol building.
Where's Pence?
Where's Pence? Damn it!
And why isn't he at the board of Burger King right now?
I want my fucking onion rings.
Listen, people, if you want to fight for your burgers, you're gonna have to fight hard.
Yeah,
You want
you
your
gotta
burger
fight.
back?
You gotta go.
You gotta fight. You want your burger back? You gotta fight for it.
You gotta. I'm gonna walk with you to Burger King headquarters.
I'm gonna go to Burger King with you. Trust me, I'm just taking a car because it's quicker, but I'll be at Burger King.
I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on the burgers.
The Democrats stole the rodeo burger from you.
They stole. It's a rigged sandwich.
It's a rigged menu, this thing.
Watch if you let these Democrats take office, the price of the McDouble is going to continue to skyrocket.
We had what was the best McDouble in the history of America.
They removed the cheese. They added a slice of bacon, which I didn't care for.
They made the burger and the bun smaller. I don't know if you noticed that. It was like a 20% reduction.
They gave
in
it the
overall
Reese's cup
size.
treatment. You remember that when the Reese's cups were
Everybody
larger?
remembers the Reese's cup.
I know what's talking about this. This is you can't even get a bowl of soup at Burger King. You gotta get.
Yeah, there's a time you could get the burger with a day, the soup of the day.
I learned that Roger Klotz is Jewish.
Yes, sorry. Let's bring this back in.
I learned that Mr. Freeze is deeply, deeply sad.
This isn't something I learned. I just wrote the often neglected clitoral lobe.
Yeah, it's like, a lot of people don't see it there. It's in the folds.
Yeah,
I learned that you should, this Valentine's Day, you should give your woman the gift of a mind fucking.
Mind fuck.
Yeah.
got a mind fucker. The last thing I wrote here is riddle me this faggot.
Oh my God.
I love that joke. I don't know why. Just the Riddler, riddle me this, faggot. It's really crude, and I apologize.
Sorry, everybody.
I learned a few quick things. I learned all I need is combination breakfast and dinner buffet. That's all I need in my life.
Yep.
I learned a scientist turned himself into a pickle.
Yeah, funniest shit I ever saw.
Funniest shit. And I learned I'm 80% of the way to being Bud Dink. I'm pretty much already there. Which is actually kind of sad.
How
How
is
about
that?
cartoons? You don't want to be Doug.
No, you don't want to be done.
No, I want to be a weird asexual kid.
Yeah, right.
With a belt
weird
on his
hair
head.
and an anthropomorphic dog.
Right, I would fucking love to be Bud Dink. He's happy all the goddamn time.
He's never sad. He's got all this money. He just
Yeah, he does what he wants. He's
know
a
that-
friendly neighbor.
that dude probably gets mad pussy. You know, Mrs. Dink is putting out.
Those two rip the house off.
Oh yeah, she can fucking throw it back. She's got a fucking absolute dump truck of it.
Yeah. The dinks are fucking all over
Oh,
the
yeah.
house, and he's got cold cuts
Oh
involved.
yeah. Oh hell yeah.
vasectomy was the best idea I've ever had. But very expensive.
Well, I guess I learned a new thing. You really don't want to be Doug.
No.
You want to be Bud Dink.
You want to be
You
Bud
wanna-
Dink? Oh
you
yeah.
want- Bud Dink is life goals, man.
Yeah.
You just sit around, invent shit, earn money, have a wife with a dump truck ass.
Absolute.
Douglas,
dump
have you
truck.
ever eaten ass? Eat ass, smoke grass, and live fast, Douglas.
I say, Douglas.
Oh my god, that's stupid. All right, let's wrap this up. Season 5 off to a start.
Hey, we're this is a we're doing the thing.
We're doing thing.
Yes.
It's still exactly what it always was.
Remember last season? It's the same thing.
No surprises.
Nothing exciting.
Nope.
We have nothing bigger to offer you.
It's not getting better.
Not getting better. The first couple seasons we improved the formula, and now
Yeah, now we just coast.
we've perfected the Krabby Patty, and now we just do the thing.
Right. We
Yeah.
just coast on into continued insignificance.
Yes.
All right.
So join us
Cool.
next time when we do more of that.
Yeah.
It'll be
Join us on our journey towards oblivion.
Yes.
This has been your dudes. This has been the Dudecast. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Arrivederci.
Well,
Adios.
we won't see him because we're recording.
No,
it's
'cause
audio.
it's a.
Why are we fighting?
Because we're.
We gotta stop.
It's a
fighting.
metaphor.
You gotta stop picking apart every fucking thing
I'm
I
sorry.
say.
I don't want to be.
You do,
like,
but you do. You do it.
I don't want to be like this anymore.
I don't either.
I think we should separate.
Mom, Dad, why are you fighting?
No, nothing. Everything's fine.
It's fine. No,
Why don't you go, why don't you go in the other room and watch TV? We'll be fine.
Mommy and Daddy are fine. Fucking hate.
Jesus Christ.
Too dark. Let's call it. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.